Hello and welcome. The journey to get a tadpole out of our head will continue now with part 2. So, I'm gonna go here. There's a cutscene here. I'm gonna trigger the cutscene. Hope that walking here doesn't trigger an event over here. And then go back to here to hopefully reach level 3 before the event down there. Because that event is level 3.
There are children here, you fool! We was running for our lives. You led them straight to us, and you let them take the druid too? Unbelievable!
I was gonna say this, 157, pick another.
Tell that to the dead at the gate.
Shut it, Horns! I'd be lying dead next to the goblins if you'd stalled any longer.
My duty is to this camp.
Oh, God forbid you risk your precious tail. But I shouldn't be surprised. Foulbloods ain't known for courage.
You see the tiefling's jaw clench. He's about to erupt.
I mean, persuasion's the way to go. I'm not gonna pick a fight. +6. Okay, I'm good. Yeah.
You're right. There's too much at stake.
This is what makes Shadowheart positive.
The both of you.
The fact that she's not...
Squabbling is pointless. The goblins have found us.
At least we agree on that.
She doesn't push for violence, which I think clearly highlights that she isn't totally crazy. She's just very untrusting. Which is reasonable, considering some of the setup that is established later. Previous time, I murdered this guy with a sneak attack. Oh shoot, I want to get Will. I can get Will after. I might reach level 3 before then anyway. Yeah, let's just take this fight more easily. Just accept talking.
Not another step, hear me? Boss! Got company up here!
What's this then? Trying to creep around
'Cause, yeah,
us and loot the crypt?
He's a very easy character to kill.
Not happening.
From a video game
Or
perspective.
Is it the ship you're after? Don't matter either way. It's ours. All of it.
I think that kind of fits the tone of response to how aggressive he is. I have decent chances. This would be better if I wanted to succeed, but if I don't succeed, I just fight them, and that's not that bad.
Well, in that case, come on, you lot. No point in getting killed. Second worm gets the cheese and all.
Second mouse gets the
Ha,
cheese.
got him.
Nobody's getting any damn cheese. Now move it.
Oh, I don't get any experience if I don't kill them?
Would have been quicker to kill them.
You don't disagree. I only got 50 experience? It's kind of a waste. I should have just killed them. Oh well.
Cursed to put my hands on everything.
Now I go trick this guy into letting me in.
What do you give a book? Everything all right out there?
Do I trick him and then kill him? Or do I say he ran? I don't have a good lockpicker right now, so I think deception's easier. I kind of wish guidance was just automatic. If I get lucky, I can do it. Hey.
Oh, I told him it wasn't safe out there. Get inside and...
Rustle up some bandages, then we go in, and it starts to fight.
Who the hell's... You're dead!
but it's dark, I think. The attack is... Oh no, this guy just has a lot of AC. Presumably because they're high dex. 14 dex. 13 AC. Why don't I have a 65 to hit? I guess everything else I've been fighting is like a sub 10 AC. I mean, super easy. I just need to level up. It's the only reason I'm here.
Does my feet can carry me.
Exploring this type of stuff is kind of interesting.
Presence here, a power, the patron god of
Ancient,
Yeah, there's not a ton of
indecipherable
stuff
text
here.
covers the plaque.
Like, there's a ton of
tongue.
books
Whoever worshipped here must be long gone.
that I don't think actually... Most of them don't matter.
I'm exhausted. Better find somewhere to camp soon.
Like, there's a bunch of, like, lore books, basically, that I personally have read before, and there's a ton of duplicates. Actually, this one's kind of noteworthy, because they're talking about Candlekeep. Knew the second girl that was walking... Knew the second that girl was walking that she'd be trouble. Little thief, always in everyone's business. And that ward of Gorion went right along with her. Which I think might be a spoiler of Baldur's Gate 1. Because the word of Gorion, it's revealed quickly, I think, that they're a ball spawn. But her friend isn't revealed right away. Theravok is the villain of Baldur's Gate 1 and maybe 2. I don't actually know anything about it specific because I've barely played them. I wouldn't be surprised if this was something. Tethir is a god? Maybe? But yeah. Like, a lot of these are referential, which is interesting at least. Apparently there's a April Fool's joke about a druid wild shape that was a watered Davian wheel of cheese. And like there's a stat, well not a stat block, but there was a small amount of info about it. Ah, yes, Fane. Okay, okay, you really can't get a good view of it, can you? Maybe if I go examine instead? Yeah. Fane, Divinity Original Sin 2.
What's in here?
I mean, they're gonna fight me the moment I open the door, so I really should open it with her. Except open it with this. They're not here this time. Oh, never mind, they are.
How'd you get past
They're just invisible.
Back off!
Oh, well, I mean, I just blow them up right away. That's a bad place to move. It's a terrible place to move. He can't move too far, but he can go here, and... I mean, there's other people that might show up, but they might be invisible right now, so this might hit them. Yeah, they're still there. They're just not currently visible.
Time to strike. On the move.
This is a bonus action. I want to save it for that. Okay, she's gonna move. I haven't had to rest yet. Probably in my best interest to not pull him forward, but it's not that bad to pull him forward. I don't have a part action for her, so moving her a little extra. Oh yes. I think by the end of last time and as of now, I've basically decided, okay, the other people aren't there, that she's going to be reclassed to a life cleric. It was either life or light. I think it was life that I was deciding. Unless light also gives heavy armor. It's one of the heavy armor domains
Out of sight, out of mind.
that I'm gonna swap her into.
Never wanted the easy path.
I heard a voice, so maybe there are people in the other rooms. I don't think any of these actually sell for a lot. I mean, they sell for a bit.
Oh, my hand slipped.
They don't have value other than sale. And of note, I'm going to just sort of baseline. My goal will be to minimize, to not like spam rests. Like I will rest as necessary, but I won't be like, oh, I'm down a spell slot. Time to rest. I will rest. What is required? Because what is required to be able to lockpick? It's not just thieves' tools. Do you have to be a rogue to lockpick? I'll check that very quick. I'm thinking maybe a lockpick is a different item? I've only noticed disarming and that.
Surprised you spotted me.
Ready for anything. Nice and quiet.
So, as of now, I'm unsure. I think there's most of these don't actually need lockpicking.
Ready for anything.
Like most of the time you can get away without lockpicking. Okay, let's freeze that. I'm not gonna give them a chance because there are other people attacked me instantly, so there's no point. Will they let me leap to there, or is it gonna cut me midair? Hey, it didn't cut me midair. Nice.
Clear off! We got here first.
Wonder if
Yeah,
they're
sure.
watching me.
There now. Oh. Why is she the only one that leveled up? Why does she have more experience?
Swift and
Like, what gives her more experience? It's because she was in combat,
best steps
so I lose experience on everyone that wasn't actively in combat.
Don't see a thing written down.
Okay, what is him? What is his? He has 91 with that and 84 with that. I mean, the 91 is better, but I don't want to move over there. Okay, now everyone's leveled up.
Time to strike.
I think she's one I need to focus on.
Taste my fury.
I mean, I might... Basically, the consideration...
All that matters.
Totally jumping around too much. The consideration
Fist I will raise.
for
Onward.
What's the plan?
Shadowheart's
Moving.
class change is if I'm gonna have her as my only frontliner, then I think heavy armor would be worth it. You can get high or higher armor. Like, you can get good, like, great armor values with medium. You don't need the
Neurodomo.
heavy armor to get good stats. Like, you can get enough, but
No blue. All
I'm sort of on the side of there's enough people that use like medium armor already, and there's plenty of pretty good like heavy armor that's available that you can get.
But to keep going.
So I think it's better to have at least one
chances.
like unit that can make use of heavy armor.
I'm ready.
She's gonna die. Okay, and apparently there's some crazy throwing builds in that you can work with, because Tavern Brawler
Well, so much for peace.
dips really hard into strength, so it's like +5 strength on throws or something. And you can just get weapons that return to you automatically,
Have a lot on my mind. And, well,
which,
in it.
if it's been implemented, you can do with... You can get a bond weapon with Eldritch Knights, which would be the only reason I would consider going Eldritch Knight on Lae'zel. Because it would be funny. Yes, this is the whole story of Shar, because the Lady of Loss is Shar, where she served the Lady of Loss, she forgot everything, she emptied her mind, then she waited for Shar to retrieve her, but then she was forgotten because that's her entire premise of she doesn't care about anyone.
Open up.
I'm not going to actually actively read all these books because I have already read many of them, most of them even. This is basically talking about how Jurgle was sort of attempted to be usurped by Ball, Bane, and Merkel, who are relevant plot-wise later. And then gods can die. Yeah, that's what that is. That's all relevant. Time to level up, though. So this character is now going to go Bard. Which, again, probably not an optimal build in the slightest. Because Bard, the knowledge ability that I took takes away from the value of the Bard's level 2 bonus. And so, there's no point. It kind of takes away from the Bard, so it doesn't synergize as well. Mage Hand is so bad. Minor Illusion isn't great. Okay. Things to take here. Let's just empty this out. So. Animal Friendship I've never used. I don't really think I will. Bane I can take. It doesn't scale. Well, it does. The save does scale. So it's better on the Bard, but Cure Wounds is useful. I might take it here and abandon it on the Cleric side. Disguise Self, not the best, but it's kind of fun. It does say always prepared. I'm thinking I might take those two. They're not the best for combat, but they're kind of utility. Having someone who can speak with animals before you get... It means that you don't have to go like... Kala... I already forgot her name. The Tiefling. Doesn't need to go the beast path. And I might go a different one with her. Longstrider, Heroism... Healing Word's a ranged heal, but... it's a lot less healing. It's also of note... I think every level up I can swap a spell, so I can get rid of Cure Wounds later if I want to. Sleep is good early, but I think I already have that on the Cleric side. If I don't, then I have it on Gale. Fairy Fire is situational. Featherfall's good, but I can get it on Gale, who I'm going to have with me at all times. Tasha's Hideous Laughter is crowd control for a single target, so it's not bad. I might go Dissonant. Oh, but I wanted to take Cure Wounds. CC's good, but this is concentration, and this isn't. But it's damage, and it can make them unable to move for 2 turns, which isn't as good as this. But it's a consideration. Sleep is really good. I mean, I think at this level, Sleep might be more consistent than Tasha's Hideous Laughter. Okay, they're prone. They can't move or do anything. They have disadvantage on strength and dex saves. And attacks within 3 meters have advantage. And they can try to shake off the effect when they take damage or end of turn. It's a wisdom save. A lot of monster type things have low wisdom, but it can't affect sub 5 intelligence. And this would be damage. Not good damage though. Or not terrible, but like, I mean, for a level 1 spell it's pretty good. I might go Tasha's because it fits with the Bard. Dissonant Whispers fits too. Let's go with that. I'm gonna go with... I don't want to go violin. It makes me think of the TV show Firefly too much. Loot is kind of nice. Actually, that would be pretty nice later. But loot... Oh, she's a loot or a liar? This is a character that's a bard. I think they use a loot. If they use a liar, then oh, overlap. But I think I can go liar. And then yes, this is where I can pick up proficiency. I was gonna pick up performance. But perception's so good. And then I could get perception expertise, but I'm gonna go with the character driven choice. It fits better to go performance. See, I have an extra heal. I have 2 utility options that basically I'll always cast right away and have active at all times. Okay, I need to sort this stuff now. Level 1, cantrip. Cantrip? So many cantrips, too many cantrips. Turn undead, never going to be used. This is always something I'm going to activate. It's going to go at the bottom, but for now I need space. These 2 are going to go together. Yeah, like, I mean, I might as well always have this going because they're ritual spells and they cost nothing. This is useful if I want to talk to someone that's dead. Like, speak with dead, I can disguise as someone else. There's situations where it's useful. Most of the time it's not. So these are all the level 1s. I have way too many level 1 spells. Like, this multi-classing is kind of bad because of all the level 1 spells. And by bad, I mean just kind of weird. Will it play while I level up?
What am I to do?
No, it won't. I wish it would. She's gonna need to... She's gonna respec. It doesn't cost any different now, so it's fine to do this here. Prayer of Healing is out of combat. There's no reason to have it actively equipped until you need it. Spiritual Weapon is super good because it tanks damage and deals damage too, but... They gain resistance to all damage. I mean, that's pretty good, right? What? It's not concentration. They gain resistance to all damage. +1 AC and saves. That's really good, isn't it? Like, it's a level 2 spell, sure, but it's not concentration, and it's a free 1 AC. That's so good. I totally disregarded that on my previous playthrough. Hold Person's pretty useful, but it's concentration. I'm gonna want Calm Emotions, maybe? When I run into... No, it's only Charmed and Frightened, or Enraged. But Lesser Resto is situationally valuable. I know Aid is good, but I just don't feel like... You can have, like, hirelings that have aid, you cast it on your characters with the hirelings, and then you leave them in the camp to permanently have 5 more HP. That's too gimmicky. That's too meta game centric, so I don't like that. It's metagaming, so... I might... Do these stack? They probably do, because this is D&D, and basically anything stacks. The resistance is really valuable. I'll grab it. I won't use it, but I'll care. Why is this one equipped again? Oh, maybe I want Create, Destroy Water at this point? No, I don't get the lightning yet. I mean, I have Witch Bolt if I want it, but... Oh, protection from poison... That is kind of nice to keep in mind for later. I will have... I'll just put that there. Because if I need it for an ability check, it will be useful.
You have my attention.
So Gale is divination. Divination means he's really good with save or suck spells, which are spells where you target them, and if they fail, they get ruined. If they succeed, you do nothing. Oh, I don't know how I'm going to fight the... There's an enemy later that I only managed to beat because of hiding in darkness, which you can only really hide in darkness to fight something easily if you have an Eldritch invocation that allows you to see in the magical darkness. But that's for later. Okay. I want to pick ones that I won't get scrolls for. Scroll of See Invisibility I think are fairly common. I've at least seen them. Scorching Ray is fine. I've seen those. I don't think I've seen that, but it's also not that good. Because it's a concentration, 1d6 per turn. It's not that good. Misty Step is nice, but I think I've seen scrolls of Misty Step, and if I haven't, then there's like at least one pair of boots that give Misty Step. There's at least one necklace that gives Misty Step. There's a ton of stuff that gives Misty Step. Mirror Image might have scrolls. I mean, can you get Knock? I don't really want to take Knock, but maybe I should take it. I haven't seen any scrolls of Knock, so it might be worth grabbing. Gust of Wind seems kind of bad. Cloud of Daggers is apparently pretty good, but I don't like it. Detect Thoughts. I never use it. Because it doesn't fit with how I play. I'm gonna take Knock because I've never seen scrolls of Knock. Web is definitely good. 6 to 24, 6 to 36. This has additional acid dot at the end of the target's turn. Which, that's just 64. I mean, acid is a less resisted damage type than fire. But that's not that good. It's a singular spell attack. I assume it's a spell attack. Whereas this is probably higher average damage. Because it's 3 rays, so you're more likely to hit at least once, whereas this is 1 attack. Which I guess if you're like 1 attack guaranteed to hit, then it's better, but... I will grab... Scorch... No, I want Lightning. I don't think any of these are Lightning. So he's going to... go... They changed Crown of Madness. Because in book, Crown of Madness is really bad because it activates start of turn. They have to attack right away. And then they move based on their own will. They don't move and then attack their allies. Or at least it's better against player character. Like when attacking a player character. I think Hold Person with Divination should be pretty useful. I want to prepare Knock. I don't like Witch Bolt. I'm not going to use Mage Armor. Grease is good, but I might swap Grease for Hold Person. Thunderwave is actually nice because of the knockback and launching stuff off cliffs. $18-meter. You know what? For now, let's just swap it. I don't think Witch Bolt's better. I think it's generally worse, but taking advantage of the double lightning when wet, why not? Okay, I don't know what to build her. I think, like, Battle Master is just so good, but Eldritch Knight with the weapon bond so you can throw stuff and it comes back to you is kind of cool. But the spells they get are kind of worthless. Like, if Blade Ward was a reaction, it would be really good. I've seen something about Blade Ward as a reaction, but that might have been some very specific other game entirely. Spells... I mean, Shield is really good. Shield as a reaction, giving them +5 AC when attacked, is useful. it makes them very tanky for as many spell slots as they have. And then expanded list. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to go Eldritch tonight. I don't even... Champion is better crits. Is that it? Whereas Battle Master, the maneuvers are so good because you get an extra 1d8 or later additional 1d10 damage on your attacks, which is often kind of... It brings your hits up a lot. So, maneuvering I found pretty useful. Menacing is very useful. And other ones I found useful, riposte. So you get attacked, you counterattack. Pretty good. I don't know if they're optimal. I don't care if they're optimal. They are all usable, is the big thing. Continuing to play.
How much farther can I go?
A javelin. I know that there is a skill check down here. I have no idea what it's for. I think there's a button back here that unlocks this door, which is why I can't pick that lock, because it can't be picked. I think. Okay, but just in case, I'm going to just guidance myself, and I really need to sort her spells as well, because her spells are a mess.
Looking ahead. Breathe deep and move.
It was walking back here that triggered it, right? I'm also encumbered. Yep, there it is.
Worth a look.
Okay. These can go to camp. They're very heavy. Those can all go to camp. You can probably sell books, but I don't actually do a good job of selling books. I really should have sold all this stuff. Oh yeah, I should put this there. But that's when I have equipped there, so that's fine. But yeah, that light is relevant more later in the game. It's not the most relevant at this stage, but it's very convenient that you can just look there. And then that opens this door. But the only reason I was here was to get to level 3 before entering the Druid's Grove.
This text is ancient. A dedication to a forgotten god.
So I'm going to get this floor, but I think there's a ladder down somewhere. And I'm not going to go further down. I'm just going to finish this floor. Or the door is the way. Yeah, because there's some element of this
place wasn't built for the living.
that I, like when I played my previous playthrough. Oh yeah, there's a bunch of traps in there. Don't remember at all what the traps do. Don't even know how they trigger. There's a ton of traps. But there's another entrance. I don't think it's this entrance. I don't think you can unlock this. But there's a way that gets you underneath here.
Can't keep me out.
It could even be unlocking this. I don't know. Oh no, I remember what it was. I left because I didn't have dark vision.
Breathe quiet.
Whereas this is... Withers is back here in the corner. Or in the back here, right in this room. And that is relevant
These boots have seen everything.
because he's the respec guy.
Scribes. But no sign of a struggle.
I don't know what happens. I know what happens here.
I wonder what was so subversive about
Here was the
those
entryway that I took.
demanded protection.
These guys, I'm curious whether taking all of their stuff affects the upcoming scenario when stuff happens shortly.
I'll give it a shot.
Because it's fairly... Oh yeah, this is cursed. By cursed, I mean I don't have any idea what it says because I failed a bunch of rolls opening it. soul coins. I don't know if these have a use other than Karlach, which is the tiefling's name.
Wonder what it's worth.
I think the tiefling's soul coin, I never actually used it. I still forgot all about using it, because there's an interaction about soul coins later with Karlach.
Let's have a look.
And I never did actually test what happens.
That's Jurgle, scribe of the dead.
Oh,
Didn't think anyone still worshipped him.
wait, is that saying that Withers is Jurgle? The guy they just mentioned, the scribe of the dead, was Jurgle? Withers? Doubt it, but...
The inscription is in a language unknown to you.
Because Withers, as far as I've gotten... Wow. They really are failing that perception check. Okay, good. I mean, I think I can push the button even without that, but... Ooh, that perception fail. I wonder what that perception fail is. Because, like, they come to life. They shouldn't have any equipment because I stole it all. But I don't know if it actually accounts for that. Yeah, I think it does, because he's not carrying anything. He should have a spear, I think. And he should have a staff. And I think those are... I stole from them, so they don't have any gear. Okay, I'm up here, so jumping down. Apologies. I really should try to do this at some point. Okay, level 2. I can't work with these not being sorted. Because if it is not sorted, then I don't know what I can work with. What is usable. Okay. These I never use. I've never used so far. So I don't even know what they do. Level 2, level 2, level 2, level 2. Pass without trace at level 2. That's very good for stealth. Plus 10 stealth checks for everyone in a fairly large AoE that is an ally. How are they out of line of sight? How are they out of line of sight? How are they out of line of sight for a non-projectile based spell? I think that's questionable. But whatever. You just have to live with it. 4 damage when it should be doubled, which means it was a 2. No, it's not doubled. Are they? They're not. They are not weak to radiant.
I am fury. I am death.
Which I think is kind of interesting. Is this this is an action? I should have done that out of combat. I could do a ranged maneuver shot. And then give the maneuver to someone else. Wait, I can't do a ranged maneuver? Yeah, I can. No, I can't. I don't have a ranged weapon equipped. Where did her ranged weapon go? Oh well. Guess I can't do ranged attacks.
Unleash me. Don't get too close.
Okay. Witch Bolt's not great. I mean, that is totally the target. 2 to 9. Yeah, I'd rather take the chance of 10. Yeah, that definitely should hit.
Another fight. Let's go.
Okay, can I attack them from here? I'm not quite close enough. Okay, still too far. But I don't want to get too close to Gale. If I'm too close to Gale, then we'll both be silenced right here. Though silence is actually big enough that they would have hit me regardless. It's another mage who I should kill. Yeah, I mean, if they have to punch me, they're not that threatening. The mages are more dangerous because they are mages.
Time to meet your
and they can silence my casters. So yeah, if I go menacing attack, let's just move this stuff. This is menacing, that's that, that's maneuvering. Menacing attack versus a 6 to 19, 7 to 27 is very nice. But if I do this, I can go beat up a scribe, which is useful, because if I beat up a scribe, I can't be silenced. You scoot on back.
I wonder if this is worth the cost.
Hey, he mentioned Mistra a lot earlier than I expected him to. 3 to 10. No, I have disadvantage on that. I wouldn't have disadvantage if I moved slightly closer, but...
Have to keep going.
Ooh, I should have moved further. I should have gotten out of Ray of Frost range. I was just concerned about getting away from the... I need to change that to be a choice reaction, because I didn't want it to automate. Reactions actually do work quite well, but I want them to ask before riposting, because it consumes, when it hits, it consumes the superiority die, or when they attempt, it consumes the superiority die. Can I jump? I can, but if I push him, I can't jump. 55, not worth it. It does recharge on a short rest, so it's actually not much of a loss. 65, 70. With potential to one-shot. Okay, right there. I think he has higher, 75 versus... oh, 85. Except he critical misses, so it doesn't actually matter. I'm just going to leave Lae'zel out to dry. So this is going to be low. Actually, what is Vicious Mockery going to be? I hate that. It's so loud. Like, this is not that loud. It's actually pretty loud, but this is a very different type of loud. This is low damage, though. It's good if it hits, because they have disadvantage on an attack roll, which is actually very useful. But if I want to actually kill the enemy, it's better to kill them and deal damage. I'm about to get Ray of Frosted. Ah, no, I'm silenced, which is totally worthless. In this scenario, I would riposte. Of course, I'd miss, but... Can I jump over this? Nice.
Have to keep going.
The benefits for action economy obtained by jumping are disgusting. Like, it's... The benefits of jumping are too high. Like, the fact that jumping is more efficient than moving is a kind of a design flaw, in my opinion.
I can't even catch my breath.
But in this scenario, because I won't kill him, I'll try to mockery him. Yeah, now, if he attacks, he has disadvantage. But he still hit. He rolled twice, and his roll was still an 18. He was very lucky. It's kind of... okay.
They didn't want to surrender their valuables, even after death.
These are the guys I already stole from, right? Oh, but they have gold now?
From the dead just to protect some dusty old baubles.
Well, they're protecting a corpse, a living... well, living. An undead guy.
Anything of use?
It's weird that they generated gold by reviving. It's kind of interesting. Like, they really should have just stuck with their original stuff.
Quite exhausted. A
No.
good night's sleep would do me wonders.
There's no statistical loss to taking a long time.
Effort to hide one side.
Here's an important interaction. Just in case, I'm going to guidance. Though I can automatically guidance, but if there's rolls there. It's a useful character for respecking. He actually tells you a lot of information. Like side info, some lore about illithids. What a goofy looking creature. Like, he looks so evil.
So he has spoken, and so thou standest before me. Right, as always. What a curious way to awaken. Now, I have a question for thee. What is the worth of a single mortal's life?
I wonder if his answer is always the same. What I do know is the response they ask for is different. Information search.
Arbiter of certain matters. But that is not important now.
I think that suggests
Wilt
Kellamvor,
thou answer my question?
because Kellamvor is the arbiter of death and all that. I don't know what happens if you attack. I would not try it personally. Unless maybe a Dark Urge character who is fully leaning into the Dark Urge might attack, but...
So, I ask again, what is the worth of a single mortal life?
My previous playthrough, I said... depends on person's deeds. Or depends on the mortal. No. That's a fun answer. I might say that. I think the answer he's sort of looking for is that there's like no actual value to life. I think that's kind of the one that aligns most with what he responded to last time.
A life and how it is lived are different equations. Very well.
I think he's probably satisfied
I'm
by any answer. I wonder what answer isn't
We
satisfying.
have met, and I know thy face. We will see each other again at the proper time and place. Farewell.
Boom, boom, boom. And then I steal from him. That's such a funny, like you shoot them to remove those debuffs. And another soul coin. I wonder if that's randomized, or if it's always... I don't think I got 2 soul coins this early. Amulet of Speak with Dead is just free early. You can't use it here, because you'd have to have a target. But once you've used it once, you can use it for the rest of... until you long rest, so... And I think you can use it and then unequip the amulet and still have it as an option. I don't think I can... Yeah, because these are undead, and I don't think you can use it on normal undead. What a goofy... Like, it looks like I should one-shot him if I attacked him, which I wouldn't.
Parchment and bone dust. Still comforting after all this time.
I do kind of like Withers. He's an interesting enough character. Just gonna lower this. I came in down this ladder when I previously... Oh, it's here! Oh, shoot. That's gonna definitely trigger this event, which is fine. I think... anything I want to do before short resting. This is a long rest. It eventually becomes short rest. Long rest. This is a long rest.
Let's get on with it.
That's all long rest stuff. Though this is concentration, no reason to use it. Yeah. I don't think I have anything... Cause this is... Oh, this is short rest. Don't need those. Like, I could activate it, but it wouldn't be useful.
Quite ready for you.
She already did that, so first short rest of the game.
Still breathing.
Or of the
Despite
playthrough.
everything.
So not even a single day has passed yet. So this event down here shouldn't have gone wrong quite yet. And it's also kind of interesting to approach it from this side instead of the other.
That's curious.
You always want to carry a shovel. Because you're not a lizard. Wait. Wait. No, this is here. I'm thinking of up here. Up here is where I need to be careful of. So I don't actually need to be careful in this area. But this exit here, the place that I was exploring previously, way down there where there was a trap door that I mentioned, that's where you can go through to exit there. I'm going to mark that so that I don't forget. I'll come back before I leave the area entirely. But I want to map that out. The fact that it's still broken. I wish this wasn't broken. I have to long rest to fix it, but I don't want to long rest sooner than I have to. I don't... Actually, there are animals in the area. Oh, and there's the boar over here. This area I need to explore as well. Right. That's what I should do next. If I run into any... I think... Ooh, that sound. I think there's a... Or there is a... There is an animal in this area. I could very easily be misremembering. Okay, that's everything there. Back to the roadside cliffs.
If I choose to kill you, you will not even see it.
I didn't get the line for this. Mentioning the go this way to look at the goblins. Probably because I rushed straight to Gale. I don't know the purpose of bones. You can sell them as junk, but like that seems like it's it. Yes, previous playthrough this is how I got up. And then I came down here and shot him from here. Oh, his corpse is not there anymore. I think it probably just cleared up. I don't know if it is still the same now. In early access, I think you could find drow here after a certain amount of time passed. I need to go talk to the boar. I don't know what he says, because I just scared him away the last time I was here, but I think the boar ran away there. He might be gone by now. Maybe I should have talked right away. After getting Asterion. Oh, the boar's still here.
Something's
Nope.
on my mind.
Let me talk to you.
Away!
Calm down, I won't hurt you.
You're all the same. Too many of my kind died because of your spears, but not me.
That was kind of fun. It wasn't very informative, but it was kind of fun. Scared boar, afraid of getting stabbed by a spear. So I'm going to guidance myself. Because
What's next?
missing things that I know exist are not ideal. Like, I know that this is something. Oh, I don't have to jump, I can walk.
Don't waste a step.
Deep grooves in the mud around that rock.
But I didn't come here before because every character's too weak to move that rock. Harper's notebook needs to be read. Actually, I think that's somewhat relevant because this is also relevant. The goblin camp, I think, is in a Selûnite church. But now I go back to the druids. Yeah, I think it's in a Selûnite church that the goblins are set up, and that's where the absolute was. So maybe there were people there. I'm not sure.
Worried your kind will punish you for consorting with us.
My name is Lazelk Chucky, and my kin will understand my need for servants. They will help you, but only if I ask.
They'll definitely help. Totally. Maybe I should have talked to him right away. But I haven't, like... I haven't passed in-game time in the way that in-game time, I think, works. Like, long rests don't appear to pass in-game time. I could steal stuff, I won't. There's a grave, I won't desecrate it. But I might see what this says.
Here lies Cannon. He gave his life defending others.
Oh.
He will be missed.
I guess time did pass. Because he's the guy that just got shot.
Alan's back with his tail between his legs. I'm glad for your help, but I'd hoped you were Halsin.
What a weird thing to hope when you could clearly see I wasn't. Whatever.
Yeah, when he ran off with the druid that saved our hides the first time. Without Halsin, this grove's not so friendly,
Yeah.
I'll tell you that.
I wonder if I can avoid having
What's up for discussion?
these guys leave.
Glad you made it inside. Doubt we'll be safe here for long, though. There'll be more coming. Goblins hunt in packs. Maybe, but we're not fighters. If they broke through, it'd be a massacre. The sooner we leave for Baldur's Gate, the better. If the road was clear, 10 days walk maybe. But while the goblins are out there, it might as well be the other side of the world.
I mean, there's other reasons it might as well be the other side of the world. Yeah, I wonder if I accidentally doomed the person up here to death. I didn't. Good. She's fine.
Just out of view. Should mind my step.
Okay, now I need to get these folks. Because see what's going to happen here. I'm going to go here. I'm going to try to leap, or I was going to, but... Okay, ungroup. Stop grouping. Jump here. I shouldn't be able to do this. This doesn't actually make sense with any logic, but I'm absolutely always going to take advantage of it. Because it's so...
Need to keep focused.
helpful. Okay, can they just not see right now? Are they blinded for some reason? Because they have no vision. And then Gale's just gonna fire blast him. The vision cone broke. That's good to know.
Blood comes easy these days.
Why don't I get an action? I walked up here, I didn't attack, I don't have an action. I'm gonna body block her a bit, so that hopefully she doesn't get killed. That makes sense that she doesn't have an action. That is justified. Her not having an action is annoying, but makes sense. Vicious Mockery. I hate Vicious Mockery. It gets so loud. Those lines are kind of fun, but... Regroup, and then she talks to me, I think? Oh, she doesn't even talk to me. How rude. I have to talk to her.
You have good timing. Never been much of a fighter, so wrestling a bugbear would have gone... poorly. But you're not here for heroics, are you?
Oh yeah, this line.
Stench is all over your skin. Let me guess. Your devil mistress sent you to get her soul coin back. Too bad. I earned it, fair and square.
Yeah, I think she's the one that saw us crashing in the Nautiloid. Like, there's a tiefling looking through a...
Care to explain why you reek of the hells?
This? Yeah, let's give this situational advantage. 2d20 plus 5. Two d20 plus 6 DC 5. If I fail this because I get 2 1s, I'm gonna be frustrated. Good. I didn't get 2 1s. I actually did get... That did happen once. I think I did fail a check that I had advantage on with 2 1s in a row. It was not a good time.
Well, that's quite the story. And I thought I was doomed. Now I feel sorry for you.
This makes it seem like we didn't persuade her that it was true.
Take this. It's worth a fortune. But a fortune's not worth much if you're dead. Consider it payment for saving my life.
A soul coin, true to its name, holds a mortal soul inside. It serves in the Nine Hells as very valuable currency.
That interaction, I did the exact same path of discussion. That discussion doesn't make any sense to me, because I didn't ask for the coin. I just said, hey, this is what happened. I'm not here for your coin is what I meant. These are the Githyanki. I think my previous one I looked through the telescope, so I'm going to try perception squinting to see what it does. I think looking through the telescope makes more sense. Wait, what did I just do? What was the bonus? Owl's Wisdom. I'm not using a second level spell slot for that. I just have a habit of always clicking there, but I had guidance from the previous conversation still. I said squint.
You recognize
I thought.
the dragon as the
Did I not?
of a Githyanki knight. Perhaps it had been tracking the ship.
I squint, but why did it become a circle? That's not what it looks like when you squint. I'm not looking through... What? Whatever. I mean, left doesn't matter. You don't see anything. And I'm squinting, I'm not actually looking through the telescope, so... Ooh, so much stuff. And then I look to the right, it goes back to the center. Which is where the thingy was. And then to the right.
The telescope points to the right.
I don't know why they need this amount of thorough cutscenes. Oh, that's the place that's on fire. Which is kind of relevant, but not especially relevant.
Light on my feet.
Just hop on down. Oh, I can't go down here because there's a bear. Oh, I should talk to the squirrel. I can talk to people in the grove now. Timber, let me talk. It's a well-designed squirrel.
Get out!
The squirrel lunges at your foot and bites it.
You're trespassing. This is my territory.
Okay, so it's not a druid. that's a good intimidation. Knowledge of the ages. What? 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 That's not right. Is it because I refreshed my channel divinity so I can change it? I don't need it, but like, why'd that change? Eagle Splendor. Anyway, that's not what should... that shouldn't be available to me right now.
Okay.
Maybe it
calm
should be,
down.
but...
We can make a deal. How about this? You can stay if you keep those ugly feet on the ground.
I'll even sweeten the pot. Found some weird smelling stuff on the ground. You can keep it, but...
These trees are mine. Follow the rules and I won't have to intervene. Got it?
I like this squirrel. That squirrel's pretty fun. Ooh, hyena ears. You don't get those until you go to the north and kill a bunch of gnolls. I opened my inventory for some reason. Yeah, so I guess I can recast this after a short rest to change the topic. Which, I mean, technically, since all I'm getting is animal handling from the wisdom because it's broken, I should really use it for charisma. I won't until I need to, but I should definitely swap it to charisma for now. And then hope it works. Actually, yeah, I'll swap it to charisma and see if it even works with charisma. It does. Okay, so it's just wisdom's broken. This is where I walked in. So now I just need to go up here and fight people, basically. And by fight, I mean fight with words. The fact that this isn't stealing is really odd. There's nothing important in them, but the fact that that doesn't count as stealing. Oh wait, I'm gonna visit Withers. If he's in my camp. Without me having to long rest. Okay, that's just the traveler's chest. Which I might also grab a bunch of stuff to sell. Withers. He's important.
Good moment to talk.
Because then I can respec other characters.
We meet again, as predicted. I shall be here in thy camp for whenever thou hast need of my services.
What are you?
There are many answers to that question. None are important.
Focus on the divine energy you feel. If only I could have more wisdom. Come on, give me the minimum 18 that I need. I will even spend 1 inspiration. Actually, no, I'm not overflowing with inspiration yet. I only have 1. Later in the game, you better spend it as fast as you get it, because you just keep getting more.
There is a great divine energy indeed,
I think it's Kellenvor,
but the source is unclear.
based on like him being dead and all that.
A mending of the threads between life and death. Should thou or any of thy compatriots perish, I will cleave soul to body once more.
Pretty messed up sounding. Oh, as in fixing, yeah. You mentioned a cost. That's incredible power magic. Why is it so easy for you?
Because it is my calling. There is little else to explain.
So the cut, can you help change class? Costs 100. I have no gold. I have 400. She's the one I want to respect the most. Her class is fine, his class is fine. Their stats are off, but she's the one whose stats are actually bad.
Ah, another. Thy name has been recorded.
Now it's class change time.
In thy camp, for whenever thou hast need. As thou...
I'm gonna make her a life cleric, which doesn't technically fit with Shar, but it does fit. Long-term spoilers, huh? I'm gonna keep resistance because I'm never gonna use it, but letting someone have it is useful. Light gives better healing and heavy armor proficiency. And then I can respec her. Hey, the use recommended is better. Like, I mean, this is not ideal. You don't really need 15. Why is it not letting me change that? Weird. Anyway, that's the same. Do I want strength? I might as well. She's better at hitting stuff with strength. And if I go heavy armor, the dexterity is not needed, but having 0 is perfectly acceptable. 8 intelligence feels like an insult, but having a +1 charisma may be more important. I'd rather have it rounded. I don't think she needs the charisma. I think more neutral is better. Instead of just dumping, except I pressed the wrong button there. Just more well-rounded. History. Medicine. Persuasion. I'm not going to use her to persuade anyone, and these are the only options, so pretty easy. So that's done. She has same wisdom. She loses her wasted dex. She has better constitution and better strength. I think, now. And then I can level her up. What does this give me? This gives me Preserve Life, which is a channel divinity that gives 3 health, which is useful. If someone's downed, you need any healing and they get up, so. I mean, this choice doesn't matter. I'll choose at the next level up. New class features. Spell. I get aid and lesser restoration, always prepared. So, Warding Bond. I never use Sanctuary. It's probably good in specific use cases, but... Inflict Wounds, she's going to be in melee range to begin with. So it's not bad. See, I'll go with Inflict Wounds, just because she's going to be in melee. She is going to have worse AC for a tiny bit until I can get her heavy armor. But once I get her heavy armor, she's going to be doing better. And it's not even that much worse AC. Okay. Did I give her basically the same stat spread I have? No, because I have 8 strength, 12 more dex. So, I'm also going to... Do I want to respec her? Drop the dex? I mean, does she need the dex? No. Does she need any other stat? Constitution. One more Constitution would be nice. I think... Can you get to 16? I can't remember if you can get to 16 with only a +1. I think you can, because you can get to a 14 without a +1. No, you can get to a 14 without a +1. That doesn't mean you can get to a 16 with. I don't know. I can't remember. I'm going to check really quick. We check, quickly checking, it was 16 can be gotten, so I think I will just respec her quick. It's 100 gold, which is a lot early, but it's not a lot long term. Though learning spells costs a lot too.
I shall be here in my camp.
So Gale learning a bunch of spells will cost me a ton, but she's gonna stay a fighter. She's gonna say great weapon. It might not be the best. It might be the best. I don't know. I just like it. Okay, definitely this. Definitely that. I'd have to get there. It's just such an awkward score if I want to get 16 Constitution. I can get... Because one of them is going to be odd. I think no matter what I do. Like even if I did... Well, maybe if I did that. I don't like that though. I don't want to dump those. Like that might be the optimal choice to have 14 dex and 8 int, 8 wisdom, but I'd rather promote the saves and just accept. I'd rather have a hanging 1 wasted point instead of dex that I want to make. Like, yes, she could use medium armor. I'm also not going to use her as units. There's actually no reason to respec her, but let's give her that. Acrobatics seems kind of bad. Perception is definitely better than acrobatics. So that's that. And then I'll level her up. Because I'm going to be using her, and I mean, I'm literally about to get Will. And the moment I have Will, she's going to get replaced probably, so... Kind of defeats the purpose, but... Goading... Oh yeah, this is something that confuses me. You can spend a superiority dice to add it to the result of an attack roll. I'm assuming this is post attack hitting, so it's the most effective damage application of superiority die. But if you already have advantage in like 95% chance to hit, getting the bonuses from like Frighten and these other ones is, I think, generally going to be better. Gale I intend to use all game, and I think is his stat distribution bad? I mean, if this is his +1, then I think it is kind of bad. Because if he had that +1 over here, he would have 16 Constitution and he'd be a lot tankier. He needs Dex to get AC, so he's definitely going to be respect.
By all means.
Because 14 Dex at least is useful. So 14 Dex, 14 Constitution.
I shall be here in like as.
Because then he'll have another AC. Pretty easy. Mage Hand's bad. There's very specific situations where I might want it though, so I'll keep it. I don't need to worry about that yet. And so 14, 14, 17, 10, 10. I could do the classic, oh, dump a bunch of stats to get higher in one. I don't like that though. It might be optimal, but I don't think it fits. I'm comfortable dumping strength. No, it doesn't fit his character to be low on charisma. Because, I mean, there's spoilers. He was very close to a goddess of magic, so... I mean, I think if I did this, I'd probably go Dex over Constitution. That's 3 AC. I lose out on Wisdom saves. Does he need to worry about Wisdom saves? Yes. Are there ways... Actually, there's... What I could do, it would be a terrible choice because it would set it to that and I wouldn't be able to get it higher. I could accept only having 17 intelligence, dump the intelligence stat, boost wisdom, so that he has good wisdom saves, and then use the band of intellect that you can get fairly early. But that would be a bad build because then his intelligence wouldn't scale. You know what? I'm gonna go with this. Make him tanky. Investigation. Does he have perception? He can't get perception. Oh, he gets this secondary proficiency because of... This is the human choice, and this is the normal choice. I'd rather have... Even if he won't make use of it, it's better to have perception than persuasion, because I'm not going to try to persuade people with him. Investigation, religion, insight. I think insight's... Is insight useful if he's not the active talking character? If it isn't, then I think having him have religion would be better. But I think making his insight usable is worth more. I don't know about this stat spread. It might not be optimal, it might be. Doesn't matter. I'm not playing on tactician difficulty, so it's fine. Do I stick with divination? Yes. The level 1 spells that I learned were shield, magic missile. Which actually I should have really paid more attention because those were the level 1 spells to pick and I should have selected better spells. I was focusing on prepared spells as if he was a cleric, but he is not a cleric. So, if I want lightning, sure. Grease, shield, sleep, mage armor? Sure. The spell choices don't matter that much. The prepared spell choices don't matter that much. 2 spells. Knock, because I've never seen a scroll of knock. And there's a bunch of other stuff that I haven't seen scrolls of, like Phantasmal Force, but I don't think it doesn't seem very good. I mean, blindness? Blindness might... Oh, blindness is not concentration. But it is a con save, so it's bad against, like, big monstrosities with high constitution. But he's a divination sorcerer, so if he has a 1 on the roll, he can force him to be blind for 10 turns. I don't think they can save against it. Yeah, they can't save against it. It lasts 10 turns. That's great. I'm mostly just thinking about an encounter later in the game that I think would benefit greatly. I don't think I have anyone to talk to. Is that a Sarian? What the? Oh, because I always had him equipped not with his initial design. He always just had whatever armor. Okay, this is the Emerald Grove. And I'm going downhill. I was gonna grab a bunch of stuff to sell to this guy. There's definitely stuff down here that I missed in my own playthrough.
Refugees, adventurers, no one in years, and suddenly we're overwhelmed. Well met. And thank you for beating back those goblins. Most brave of you. Is there anything you need? Act fast if you do. The ritual will be complete before too long.
What ritual are you, for healer?
I pray no goblin arrow has grazed you. Nettie could put you to rights. She should be with the others in the inner chambers, but I doubt she'll be taking on new patients. The grove will be locked down soon. Ah, I forgot, you're a blow-in. A few days hence, this grove will be completely concealed by thorny vines. None will be able to enter or leave. A drastic measure. But more monsters seem to terrorize this region every day.
What about well, I don't care about
Just
the people
some
here.
bits and bobs I no longer need.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm selling you. Barter broke last time I tried to use it in my other save file. I pressed barter, money would disappear, money would not go into here. So I'm gonna stick with trading. I should send that to camp. I'm pretty sure any normal gem apparently can just be sold. I've never found a use for them, despite the fact that traditionally there are uses in D&D for gems and such. I know there's uses for candles, there's plenty available. I should keep that. Oh. The people yelling now, I totally ignored them in my previous playthrough. I just didn't even talk to them. And the only reason I didn't was I was like, let's roleplay. But there's probably a quest relating to them. I need to actually interact with this. I know you can do stuff like click, click. Oh, you can't do that in trade though. It's faster in barter. All that sold. Any heavy armor. 15 is not great. I mean, for this level, it's not bad, but like, it's not great. Light armor. He can wear light armor. I can wear medium, actually.
I won't leave them behind.
You're going to get us killed.
The chain shirt +1 might be worth considering. Rain Dancer might be worth picking up to have more create waters for eventual lightning. That's interesting. I don't think it's great, but it's interesting. Situational. So I can teach him darkness if I buy a scroll of darkness. I can teach him invisibility, see invisibility. This one, oh, shatter. These two are both worth buying because invisibility has situational uses. See invisibility is very useful. I'm gonna send that straight to him if they let me. Anything else I might buy? I bought food last time I played at this point, but I don't need it. Potions, you can never have enough. Maybe with a life cleric you can have enough. I couldn't figure out. I think he's a druid? Because he stuck around after the other guys left. Let's just get rid of... Okay, let's quick save. And read the Book of Dead Gods.
This book is far lighter than it should be with such a massive log.
Wait, shouldn't I be able to use knock on it? I don't have good wisdom. I have much better arcana. And guidance. 15 DC is pretty... Oh, look at that face. Ooh, I might use an inspiration on this. Oh, God. These bad rolls. If I gotten a 4 there, I would have been fine. But I'm actually going to burn all my inspiration. Nice. Because I'm actually curious about what's in this book. I might break it like that, though.
As the lock opens, a loose page comes with it. Magic pulses from the parchment.
I don't think I broke it. Maybe I did.
What was once script
Yeah,
is
I did
now
break
an
it.
obliterated scrawl. You have a sense these are names.
I do have
list,
dumb religion. Maybe it's always broken. Maybe you can't get through it without breaking it. So I'm not actually sure about this.
Gods. These are the names of gods, once lost but now restored after the Second Sundering. The last three names in this book sit close together, but are so devastated by
I mean,
the
that has to be
as to be unreadable.
the three dead ones, right?
Pantheons have dwindled and been reborn, silently recorded by this book.
What's... Oh. Is that all it's worth? It just gets me a scroll ray of enfeeblement. See invisibility. See, this is why I was so comfortable spending all that. Because a bunch of stuff will trigger these types of inspirations. So, using a bunch of inspiration on those is not a total waste. How much will it cost to learn... Oh, see invisibility is cheaper because he's divination. 50? Totally worth it. It might be worth it to pick up other stuff. 100 to learn both of those? Sure.
No one stopped me yet.
This is about your precious Baldur's Gate.
Ugh.
I care about
I don't
our
know this
lives,
guy. I never
our
interacted with these
futures.
people.
Very well.
So I have no idea what's about to happen.
We can't just leave. They're kin.
I'll not gamble our lives, our futures, on people who are as good as dead. We must leave for Baldur's Gate at once.
Can we all just take a moment, please?
What's the point in blades and spells if we don't bloody use them? We should stay. These people aren't fighters. We can
Hey,
help.
what a positive
Or
person.
yell louder. That's fine too.
I mean, persuasion seems like the way to go. But I'm not sure. I'll think for a second. I'll be right back. Back almost like I never left because the magical pausing recording. Definitely just gonna be the persuasion. I'm pretty sure. I expect these people die on the road if they leave by themselves. Because the route to Baldur's Gate is not safe, even without the goblins.
Thank you. It's the right thing to do, and you know it.
It's also uncalled for us to butt in.
We're better than this.
Zerg. Fine, I'll stay too. Lest you both end up with your throat slit by goblin blade.
Thank you, Roland.
I mean, that was easy. Was it free experience? Hey, free 15 experience.
How long until Roland shows off his thunder wave?
Depends. How many people are dumb enough to ask?
There's definitely stuff down here.
True.
I'm not gonna interact with that. This character is so good.
Be gone. I am hungry.
Another one. What are you under there then? Ant? Or rocks? The keepers of this place, they change their form to fit their need.
Could disguise
They
person.
become birds to hunt on the wing, bears to tear flesh with teeth. But for me, only oxen.
Oh, it makes sense that he's
same
bored.
Old hay, and I cannot even eat it.
Was that a...
Because
yeah.
the horned
Oh,
ones hide their shiny bits inside.
that zero in the background's popping up from a test, like a dummy.
Hiding things. Thinking they're clever. Not clever. Sometimes I eat the shiny bits, and they have to go looking for them on the other end.
I mean, free stuff.
forever.
This is an important character.
You're addressing me?
No, it isn't. It's not this character.
Ox. How quaint.
This is not the strange ox that's actually especially strange. There's another ox that is stranger than this. Because they have like 120 HP.
Something's off. This creature isn't what it appears to be.
Unless this is where the health at the top adjusts.
No. You are incapable.
Yeah, devil for gossip. I think persuasion's my best choice. I mean, they're actually all equal, but... Look at this. +5, +6 to 9. Nice. Again, I should have quick saved so I could reload if I rolled a 1.
I'll tell you this much. I'm going to Baldur's Gate, with or without the rest of these poor sods. Now, that's all I have to say besides, and I really mean this. Move.
Does he have...
Move along.
Funny.
I mean,
That orc seems a little too interested in me.
Okay, I just talked to him. I shouldn't do a new insight check afterwards. Especially not one that can fail.
He stares right past you, as if you're invisible. Or boring. You see nothing out of the ordinary. As you turn back, the child slips between the rocks.
Oh, actually, another thing to note, just rocks. If I have to crawl through something, you can disguise self is useful for that because you can turn to a gnome or something and you can go through places that gnomes and such can crawl through.
The edges of a concealed entrance.
My previous character did not even give him a chance. He just, nope, I'm not turning around. I'm not falling for that. Let's go fem gnome. And she actually she can also disguise self.
Might as well.
Right? No, she's not a trickery anymore, so she can't disguise self. Level 1s. Okay. She can't disguise self anymore because she's not trickery domain.
A long way from Waterdeep.
I need to sort this stuff. Cantrip. I really should just cast this right now. This is a simple robe, so it's clothing, so it's not armor. He currently has 14. If I just mage armor him... 16, that's decent. And if I get a shield, then he'll be at 18. 18 is pretty good AC. All that level 1 stuff, and then that. Oh, but I can't... No, I don't have it prepared. Because I didn't choose it.
Is that blood?
And I didn't buy a scroll anywhere, because I don't think I could have. What? Well, I know where this place is, but like...
With haste.
What a weird character. I don't get this character at all. I'm just gonna follow him. Is he just gonna stop here? Well, also, I already know that... I'm pretty sure... If they go down and into... yeah, down here, I think there's an entrance around the back, maybe? There's a secret entrance that can get into there through another passage, because I never unlocked that, but I've been here. Did Donnie disappear? Where'd Donnie go? Oh, he's just going back and forth, okay.
The gods are watching me.
Well, look who's come to visit.
This character's actually pretty
My
fun
kids
later.
say you've been busy since you got here.
I've done literally
Not
nothing.
sure why you're poking your nose in our business, though. We have that in common then. But you aren't welcome here. This is our hideout. But hey, maybe you didn't know. Because of that, I'll give you a 10 count to leave.
I can probably intimidation check them, right?
9.
Do I could Tasha's Hideous Laughter one of them.
7. 6.
Try me.
4. 3. 2. 1. Kids, scatter!
I'm gonna steal from them. Nothing to steal.
Kids, scatter!
I'm just gonna sit here for a second.
Kids, scatter!
Something's broken.
Kids, scatter!
Like some trigger didn't trigger properly. So I don't know what's up with this. Just in case I start fighting them, I'm activating non-lethal. So if I unstealth, will they stop? If they get into line of sight?
I want to have a word.
You don't look so tough. Mull fought off a hobgoblin all by herself.
What? Real surreal, crime lord, kingpin of the guild. I'm gonna go talk to him or her. Yeah, this is kind of annoying. I'm stealing their stuff, 'cause like. Okay, that's actually pretty funny the way they get off these boxes. But yeah, this is bugged somehow. I wonder what's up.
Little slow on the uptake, aren't you? We have nothing to talk about. I told you to leave. What happens next is your fault.
I mean, I can just follow her.
Kids, scatter!
And just follow her again. See what happens. Is she just gonna disappear out of nowhere? Is this entire chain broken? Yep, they just sort of... Oh, they didn't disappear, but...
Something over there.
Okay, and then my entire party's right here.
Something good here, I hope.
Like 6.
I'm going to kill 6.
What a goofy character.
Seems Mole was as good as her word. She's reported that you've been threatening children.
I think that's questionable, that there's no persuasion check, but... It would still be a similar DC. But there should be persuasion instead of a deception. It wouldn't have made a difference, but... I could fight them, but that wouldn't really fit.
Your lies only inflame the matter further. Things could turn up.
It's just a waste of time.
You're gonna be sorry, every last one of you.
There's a trap here, I think. Yep. Because I jumped here once and I got insta one shot off a bridge.
Thieves are all boring. Even your cages are boring.
I don't like the look of that mushroom.
Can I aim?
I should stay clear.
I can't viciously mock it. I have nothing to shoot it with. I can just grow with my team, but...
Let's give this a try.
I think that's a weird scenario.
Oh, I have the magic touch.
Mostly just the fact that they don't eat, like... Because I don't... Maybe I'm misinterpreting the sentences they had selected for me. I don't think the choices I made were threatening. They were just, this is a cave that you don't own. Like, it's kind of a weird result that doesn't actually make that much sense. Oh, I don't want to do this because I don't have my character.
You ain't gonna shoot me. Your hands are shaking.
Put it down.
She can't fight.
I also don't care about her dying, so if I fail here, oh well.
She didn't kill your brother, Archer. You're better than this.
I mean, she belongs to the Absolute, so her dying's not an issue.
Before you lose your nerve, Tiefling. If you ever had it to begin with.
I know there's an entire quest chain relating to them, so I'm gonna do nothing.
Doesn't even matter if you kill me. I'm chosen by the Absolute, I am.
I actually think this death is great, because she's blessed and then she just dies.
You little beast.
Like, I don't really care. The goblin folks are not good people in this story, so I'll grab all that when I save my character. I don't know. I just don't feel like it's necessary to save that goblin. I know there's an entire story.
I crave blood.
Oh yeah, I need a weapon. I do know there's an entire story surrounding that. But like there's entire quests surrounding that goblin. But I don't even think it's in character that any of them would care about the goblin.
That might be worth a look.
Can you just shoot like right here? Sadly, it doesn't exist until I interact with it. The issue is, I don't know if I can jump somewhere safe that I could safely back off. Like, this is not a fun setup for a game. Because you get hit by this explosion, you get launched off, you die instantly.
At least things have stayed interesting.
I think down here is safe. Anyway, broke out, don't care. In theory, well, I mean, what should happen here is, if I break my disguise, I shouldn't be a fugitive anymore, logically. But for some reason, I still am. Like, I don't get why I'm still a fugitive, despite the fact that I'm clearly a different person.
To find a way forward.
Anyway, I'm gonna grab all my stuff, re-equip it, and wait for this to wear off. It's definitely a necessary mechanic. What is short sword what I want? I mean, a short sword's worse than a long sword, right? But a long sword is not finesse. Yeah, long sword not being finesse is the key difference. Anything of note? My music. I could probably sell this book, but I won't. Still waiting for it to wear off. But yeah, that's sort of the issue with these options. I don't think what I did would be considered actually threatening to the kids. So it shouldn't have been a deception check to say that. It should have been, I didn't threaten the kids. It should have been a persuasion. It could still be a DC 20. It could all be the same. But it should have been a persuasion check, in my opinion. So now I'm not a fugitive.
Moving ahead.
And I'm gonna steal this. I don't care. They have nothing on them, so.
I think that's everything.
You can go back here later.
Bloody things to happen.
Who's this? I don't know them. I can't go in there without fighting somebody. He's necessary to talk to, but I don't want to talk to him yet.
Again. Swing and parry.
I have something to ask.
Go on. Give me a best shot.
He doesn't go easy on the kid.
Not bad. Again.
Like, the kid only swings his sword once.
I
This doesn't fit.
Like you.
Umi, I don't need you to be like me. You just have to buy enough time to run. Come on. I believe in you. You can do this.
Sure.
You're on the right path, Umi. Go on now. Practice what you've learned.
Well met. The blade of frontiers at your...
The man's smile bends down.
That's weird.
And his thoughts become yours. You are the blade of frontiers racing through the wastes of Avernus. Just ahead, a diabolical figure, red skin, single curled horn.
Ah, yes.
Blazes with flame, bloodied great axe held.
Hell's great fires. You were on the ship.
I think this is what I'd say.
Doomed to shed our skin and become a lithid, or so the stories go. But we haven't sprouted any tentacles. Not yet, anyway. Could just be good luck.
This texture's broken.
So.
Your minds collide once more. Will chases the fiend ignited with rancor. She is an infernal war devil. A threat to the living. Evil incarnate.
Shit! You saw her. Advocatus Diaboli.
Advocatus Diaboli. A devil's advocate.
Which apparently was like a church position.
Diabolical forces and demons.
In reality. Like it was basically a backup position that was gotten rid of at some point. Who is she? Hunting in the hells, cavorting with devils, a devil's advocate. Do you think she'll bring the blood war to Faerun?
That ship sailed the Styx already. All I can hope for is to limit the damage.
Her name is Karlak, an archdevil soldier I swore on my good eye to kill. I tracked her through the hells to the Mindflayer ship, but the damned Illithids infected me before I could end her.
She's out there now, preying on the innocent.
I don't kill her, she'll leave behind nothing but a trail of corpses.
I'm gonna go with this, see what he says.
Just so you know, my first duty is Karlak. I'm oath-bound to go after her. But I won't deny this infection is bothersome. I accept your invitation. You'll need to make room if you want to partner up, though. Still, when the time comes, call for the blade. I won't be long to answer.
I think I'm gonna get rid of Lae'zel for now. Because as a character, I much prefer...
You believe, as you said.
I much prefer Shadowheart as a person. She's a much more
at your calling.
kind of understandable person.
Splendid plan.
Misclick. I meant to directly ask him to join right there. I just wasn't reading quickly enough. Though, I probably want to respec, so... Is that... Will? No, that's Will. I need to respec, so... It's not a waste of time to do it here. Because yeah, this is why. Because I was always... I'd like you to join me. It's always the second last. Okay, he probably needs to respec. Because his stats are not... Like 13 int. What's the point of that? Respec. Do I have the money? Probably.
Let's chew the fat. I shall be here in my camp.
Change class. He's still going to be a warlock. He's still going to play his designed character, even if a sorcerer warlock blend would probably be stronger. Warlock is just so good. Blade Ward's bad, is my impression. I think having one person with Bone Chill would be useful. But I mean, him Eldritch Blasting would do more than Bone Chill. Eventually. True Strike is worthless. This is a melee. Why do I not have the numbers? Because like this should have numbers. I mean, Friends is bad. Might as well stick with this. Fiend I think is the best. Because the Dark One's Blessing is incredibly strong. You get a kill. You get a ton of free HP every kill. You kill very easily with Eldritch Blast. Great, like, the Archfey, maybe usable. Great Old One, not the best. Unless you're, like, crit focused somehow. Armor of Agathis is not worthless. Hex is very good. Because it, like, double dips, at least double dips on Eldritch Blast. So, like, you Eldritch Blast someone. If you have lightning charges, you also deal lightning charge damage, both of which trigger Hex. And at level 10, you get 3 beams, so you trigger Hex 6 times, and it is not appropriately balanced. Do I want Arms of Hadar? Or Agathis is useful. Generally, I think none of these are what I'm looking for. I don't think I'm going to use any of them but Hex, so might as well stick with those for emergencies. Okay, Constitution's good. Intelligence is not useless, but more dexterity is better. I think having 0 in strength is a lot better in Baldur's Gate, because it will give you slightly better jump distance, I think. I don't know if negatives apply to jumping. I think it does, and if so, he can jump a little further. It's useful. The other option would be like 1 more point, not that important. Actually, no. No, never mind. I was gonna say, like, if you use for feat, if you get an ability score improvement, 1 point here, 1 point there, and then 2 points there. But taking a half feat is probably better. Though I actually don't know what the charisma half feats are, because I don't think they're very good. Because Actor won't be good on a... Like, he's not going to be the frontline face character. Though he could be. I could plan to use him that way. But I just default to running with my primary character. You can use Actor to get charisma and get double proficient in deception and performance. Which I don't think... Like, my character could take advantage of that, but it's not great. And the other alternative is Performer, which gives musical instrument proficiency and 1 charisma. Or Resilient, not the worst, but not the best. So yeah, I don't think I'm gonna take any half-point feats. And I'm not feeding him the +1 from... I'm not going to give him the +1 from... I'm not giving him the +1 that would be provided by... the hair. There's hair that you can get later that you eat that gives a +1. I'm going to feed all those stat points into my character just because that sort of feels how I always do it. But it is worth thinking about. I don't naturally get medium armor, so more dex isn't bad. And my sorcerer, I can have Gale cast mage armor on Will every combat, or every day, and himself, though he doesn't need to cast it on himself. Like, he can, if it would be beneficial. So I think Dex over Constitution is maybe better. It might not be objectively better, but it is what I'm going to go with. Oh, Constitution saving throws for concentration, though. I think prioritizing Constitution is better. And then I'll put the points there to get more Constitution for Constitution saving throws. Dex to get more AC would be useful, because he's not going to have medium armor without going out of my way to get it, but that's acceptable. Probably not optimal, doesn't matter. He's going to be a Pact of the Blade, because that's sort of his aesthetic. Okay, get another level 1 spell. Hellish Rebuke probably has situations where I would choose to use it. This can become from a cleric if I'm running Shadowheart. Go Hellish Rebuke. Agonizing Blast always. I could go Devil's Sight. It's really good with the Darkness spell. Other than that, it's just Dark Vision. But he becomes a Tiefling. Spoilers. So he might not need the Dark Vision, but he also might need the Dark Vision if he isn't technically a Tiefling and he's still a human. Repelling Blast would be good for crowd control. Oh, I could go Armor of Shadows. And then he'll always have Mage Armor on himself. Which wouldn't be terrible. It wouldn't be the best, though. I don't need this. I don't need that. That is useful. That's not terrible. Always having the 7 temp hit points, but it's not the best. That's not bad, but it's not great. One with shadows is basically you become invisible. And it's... I wonder if... Does this... One with shadows... So yeah, the invisibility, as long as you stand still, stays in effect, I assume, and one with shadows lasts until long rest. It's either going to be Repelling Blast or Devil's Sight. Devil's Sight is useful, but a little bit cheesy. Repelling Blast launches people away. I think for now I'll go Devil's Sight. I might pick up Repelling Blast later, because I think each pushback applies per beam, so it will actually get better when I get more beams, and I think I get at least one more invocation in this game specifically. You have nothing to change that for. Like, I think within the bounds of Baldur's Gate, I get at least one more invocation. Level 2 spell, Darkness goes with Devil's Sight. I'm not going to use him for Darkness, I'm going to use the Gale for Darkness. Because he's going to be using Hex. Misty Step is kind of nice to have. Blindness is good, but also that's Gale. Mirror Image would make him tanky-ish. I really think I'm going to go Misty Step for the mobility. Even if I can get it other ways, having a lot of potential mobility is very useful. Because then I can blink into people. I can use Misty Step to get close to people, if necessary. You cannot drop or throw it. So you can't use a packed weapon to kind of cheese throwing weapons. Or at least not the binding packed weapon. The summoned ones, you could re-summon it for an action. And I have no... Is there anything I'd swap Armor of Agath... Oh, actually no, Hellish Rebuke for. Is there a level 2 spell that I'd prefer? I want a non-concentration spell. Okay, what does... I mean, that's not great. Having an extra cast of... I mean, not an extra cast, but having extra access to darkness isn't terrible. And just a single damage is not great. I've never... the character I previously played was not a pure warlock. It was 3 levels total in warlock. And then pure sorcerer after that. Level of spells don't matter because it all casts with the same 2 slots. Can I pact to create... I can't use Pact of the Blade for a ranged weapon. I think you can in like book mode, but okay. Dex. Well, it's all charisma. Charisma is the only thing that matters for his weapon. Because it's going to be +3 because it's going to scale with charisma. So I should make sure... it's a good enough weapon, honestly. Does he have... I think I might use glaives on him instead of the designed rapier. So yeah, now it should be +5. I thought. Wait. Wait. Never mind. I thought it applied to those. It better do this. Glaive for reach. And then this pact bound glaive. Oh no, that was getting a +3 anyway, but I think this is better for now. Because it allows me to use a glaive instead. Which, I think he's human. So he should have shields. So switching it for a rapier, which it was +3, right? I was just misreading, right? Yeah, it did change it properly. It just isn't well written here. But for now, I'm going to stick with the packed glaive. Partially because I don't have better basic weapons to use. And partially because a slight bit of reach and a better damage die. Actually, he's not proficient in greatswords, right? I think a greatsword would be better damage. But I don't think he can use a greatsword. Yeah. Glaive is the only thing he can use. So having him use a glaive gives him better reach and better damage die. I wish I could shuffle... Oh, I can. Interesting. I can just move... So I can do that. Nice. So I can have those set up here, so that I can just click them both when I need them. Anyway, now I have Will on my team.
What to do?
Do I talk to the kid? If this causes another scuffle, I will just reload.
I'm done with you. You better hope we don't have to talk again.
Okay, good. That's easy.
Depends.
I'm gonna need to talk to this guy. Except he's not there anymore. Where'd he go?
Again. Swing and parry.
Is Donnie still gonna be here? I wonder what happens if I talk to him now. I really wonder where that guy went. These hitboxes are a mess. Oh, he just moves around a bunch.
His eyes flicker to yours for an instant, then away, as if it...
Interesting. They're definitely an interesting character. What is my lockpicking chance?
Don't give me trouble now.
I'm so used to a character with +15 and advantage. I get unlocked it, but 5 gold. I mean, definitely not worth it. Oh yeah, that's that hole they were in. Who's this? Just a random kid? I can't even talk to them. Is the game broken? This is important.
Please, let my daughter go right now!
She's a thief, hellspawn, and you will wait for Korga's judgment. Now get back!
Oh, let me through, Mragrasham, or I'll rip your damn throat out!
They don't really have much patience, huh? Not that they need to let the druids stay here, but... Can I talk to the bear? No, come on. Speak in English. I speak with animals.
Get back!
Shoot. What did it say? Whatever. I should have been able to understand.
It's forbidden to outsiders. Korga's orders. No, and you'll find trouble all the same unless you get out of my sight.
A moment, Giona.
What? Oh, I understand. You. Apparently Korga wants to see you. Go ahead.
Anyway, can I talk to the bear now? There it is. Doesn't make sense though. Why do they become... I hate Volo. Oh, I don't even want to talk to him. But I feel like I have to. But actually I need to do this first, so the kid doesn't die. Spoilers. The whole reason I went here earlier was so that I could go here without it being as difficult of a fight.
Is someone singing? It's beautiful.
Okay, is there a corpse? If there's not a corpse, then it's okay. As long as there's no corpse, then we are all good. Okay, there's only one down... Oh, it's a person singing. They don't show up yet. Until I talk to them, they don't show up. Okay, no need to stealth then. What just made that a pretty song? Whoever spoke, I hope it wasn't one of the enemies. I wonder if I can play along musically. Oh, that's just her. Or him, them. I mean, they aren't visible for some reason. Anyway, I'm gonna quick save because I'm not gonna let this kid die.
Listen. Don't you hear it? It's so peaceful.
A sweet melody beckons you. It vibrates with magic. A harpy's charm.
I kind of want to see what this does. Oh, I mean, I have a +5. If I fail this, I'm going to reload because I shouldn't be able to fail this. I'm using these dice because the other dice are kind of bad.
Suffocating yearning suddenly fades as the spell breaks. You are free.
I assume this... Hermione and I listened until he rubbed up again. What? Okay, is it 10? 6 to 9 with advantage. Good. So I'm assuming this is going to save the kid's distraction, right? He's going to be uncharmed.
Ouch, my ears! Wait, why am I wet?
What was that roll? Was one of my buddies stealthed? I think that's too human of a face for a harpy, personally. Why is he red? Is he charmed? He got lured somehow? So they're concentrating, so as long as they break the concentration... I should probably rest kinda soon. So I think it's totally worth using a spell here. I have 2 portent dice. Neither of them is very good. Slightly too far still. Okay, I need to protect the kid. Wait, can I pick up the kid? But the good thing about this is all of them will hit and each of them will trigger a concentration save. Which means they're less likely to save.
Damned monster. I'll make you pay.
Because they succeeded the first one. They beat a 15. Then they failed and failed. So they lost concentration, so he's no longer lured. Which means that on his turn, I can hit them once with Eldritch Blast. I think he's gonna run. He's gonna jump. and body block for the kid, I guess. 55 is decent, and it hit for 11. Like, this 8 plus 3 is really good early. Oh, and it's also me. Nice. There's other harpies, though. There was a harpy up here when you come later, but I guess all 3 are in front now. At this point in the time, 40%, 36%, but it'd be higher. I mean, I guess I'm gonna mocking laughter him, or them, because that's the highest chance I have. 60 versus 50. So maybe I should try to hit one of these with mocking. I think killing this guy's better. Portent needs a 13 to save. They rolled that, but if I portent a 12, they fail. I should have accounted for that. Because then I could have considered the save for this and then the fail. Anyway, continue body blocking the kid so they can't attack him. Because he has 5 HP. There's 3 harpies. Opportunity. Needs 13 to hit. I mean, 13 is never going to really come up. Like, 13 is such a bad requirement. Like, such a bad portent. It is actually interesting that for now, his weapon is actually equal damage to his agonizing blast. I might regret having Shadowheart instead of Lae'zel, because Lae'zel hits really hard, and now I don't have a good, like, physical focused damage dealer. Just walk up to them and swing. I don't have that type of damage dealer. Which, do I need it? Maybe not. Does it feel weird not to have a physical focused damage dealer? Yes. I think I might keep Karlach, actually, because I like Karlach. Karlach's a nice person. Ooh, don't run this way too far. Don't run too far. Go up. Go up. Don't go too close to this bird. You are incompetent. You need backup because you ran the wrong way. I need to kill this bird quick. Okay, Gale's gonna run up here. 6 to 15 is not gonna be lethal, no matter what. 1 to 12, nowhere near enough. 1 to 10, nowhere near enough. 65. I think for the moment, I'll go with... No, let's go with guaranteeing or improving chances of the kid not dying. Yeah, 5 HP is doable. I can't shoot from here, right? Because I'm threatened. But... It won't kill, but if it hits... Yeah, if I can hit with Vicious Mockery, it'll have disadvantage attacking the kid. Oh... I have 3. I could probably Tash his hit. Oh, I could sleep, actually. Sleep is easy. They have 5. And 24, so I can't actually target a second one. But... if he deals enough if he deals at least 5 damage, then I can sleep them both.
Still breathing, despite everything.
That and that. Cast it. His sleep is really not balanced, huh? And I get to move back a little because he's asleep. He can also pull back a little. Get out of the water. This should be lethal.
On the move.
I think I want to not get too... Oh, okay, it lured the kid. I was about to say I don't want to get too close.
This is my time.
I only have 1 Eldritch Blast. I really wish I had another. He's gonna move into melee with this one, actually. I had no reason to move out of it. Okay, 75... 75. They're the same. 1 to 10. This is guaranteed lethal if it hits. Good. I could melee. It won't do a lot. It's probably better to let them if they wake up, they don't get an action on the sleeping turn, right? I think, on the assumption that they don't get an action on the sleeping turn, I will wait. Good. So now is the time to hit it.
Let's do this.
Like, I won't have the advantage from them being prone, but... Why'd you disengage, kid? Like, you're a thief, so you can... You dashed and you moved that far? Jump and then dash, and you would have gotten so much further. Whatever. Okay, I need to... It's so easy to click the wrong person. Actually, no, they resist because they're in water, so it's better to shoot with a bow. Because wet means that they resist fire.
Battle favors the fearless.
Nice.
No one back home will ever believe this.
I can go talk to the kid before I loot all this.
Something's on my mind.
Yeah, look at that 6 HP. I'm gonna reload real quick. Because I think I should be able to talk to the kid. I've used Karlach so much in my other playthrough that I really should use someone else. But also I had Shadowheart in my party pretty much 100% of the time.
Still alive, so that's progress.
Okay, whatever, I'll go loot this stuff. If when I come back I can talk to him, I will. But if I can't talk to him, then, I don't know, either broke or you just can't talk to him. Oh yeah, I should have Gale. It's a waste of a slot, sort of, but... Oh, because his armor equipped. What's his armor? He has +1 AC armor.
I've got a long road ahead.
Well, whatever.
Best be on my way.
There's actually a lot of decent light armor compared to, at least compared to mage armor. There's actually a lot of armor that has like a lot of bonuses that are usable, so I need to get up here for the depressing letter. Depressing for pretty obvious reasons, I'd say. Okay, can't jump. Oh shoot. Shadowheart's my best jumper?
I wonder what the next move is.
Rough. I definitely need a better jumper. Color spray. And I'm sorry. Paid them back. Bad news, they joined a mercenary group. They went to Icewind Dale. They need a warlock, so they signed a pact with the Cambion. Like, unless he is somehow Edmund. I don't think his name's Edmund. Like, I don't think Will's name is Edmund. But, like, that is not a happy story. Musharib. I've heard that name. Anyway. Oh yeah, I can't. I have to jump.
My faith will guide me.
On my way.
I really think the verticality lent to the game by jumping is great. Like, Divinity Original Sin didn't... I don't think it had the same... I don't know, degree of jumping. If it had, like, at-will jumping. Like this, it adds a lot of... Like, there can be pillars that are separate that you can jump between to explore a bunch of stuff. Like, again, I don't know why I can't talk to the kid. Okay, yeah, that was movement as if it should have worked, but whatever. Maybe if I... Why, like... There really should be a portal so much closer to here. I'm gonna try reloading the area, maybe. Seeing if that lets me talk to the kid. I still haven't talked to the head tiefling. And if I don't, maybe I'll be able to...
I tussled with hill giants without breaking a sweat. Now, a mere werebear could swat me halfway.
Like, maybe I can...
Things are happening to us. What festers in
deal
our
with some
minds
stuff.
may well impel our bodies.
What's next? We're being watched.
Like, maybe I will be able to...
No one's stopped
see.
me yet.
Them talking about werebears kind of distracted me. What was it that I was trying to think about? I don't know. Speak with animals. Yeah, this knowledge of ages was broken. The fact that you can re-swap it just with a short rest is pretty good. And when I'm a bard, which I am a bard now, once I'm level 2 bard, there's Song of Rest. That means that I can get an extra short rest per long rest. And if I reach level 4 before then, that will even further delay the first rest of the game. There's tons of stuff, like cutscenes and stuff. I was already here. How did I only get the experience now? Okay, I just finished the quest. It triggered. Maybe now if I talk to him? Can't talk to him. So that quest was kind of broken. Because it didn't actually... The child left the area. It's broken. Not in an impactful way, but it is broken. For sure. I don't think there's anything important over here. I also don't know if I can jump, if I can get back by jumping. I can, good. That jump is janky. I assume this is a survival check, yep. I like that they just put spheres of dirt. I actually had one of these chests, when you dig it up, the chest spawns like over here despite you digging here. As in that relative position, not like you dig in one place and the chest spawns 5 meters away. Which is, it's pretty funny. It was annoying because I couldn't find the chest for a good 15 seconds, but... Do I want to go this path? Yeah. There's no negative to going that path. I don't want to talk to him, that's why I don't want to go in there. It's her! I don't think I talked to her in my previous playthrough. At this stage. I talked to her later.
Away. Words of mine will change. No. Become.
Words of mine will turn to ash. That's mean. You gotta be nice. I kind of feel like I have to do the bard interaction.
Words of mine will turn to ash when you cool the last light down.
Moon reminds me of your grace. Nah, a gesture or continue? Let's gesture.
All the love I can't repay. Rest and know that I will pray. Farewell, my dear old friend. Wait, that's it.
What? She's gonna be gone? Please tell me she just left. Is music? I wonder if some setting I have is mixing it up. Those trees are swaying way too much in the background. I also think her voice was way too quiet for the volume of the music. I don't know if my settings have lowered speech volume or something, but that's not something that should influence it.
Smile and pain will fade away. Words of mine will turn to ash when you call the last light down. Moon reminds me of your grace. All the love I can't repay. Rest and note it, I will pray. Farewell, my dear old friend. Dance upon the stars tonight. Smile and pain will fade away.
I should enable subtitles. My character's taking a stance with Goofy.
I was having trouble finding the words.
Okay, now the volume needs to go back down a bit. Finding the words is an important part of being a singer, you know. I think the sentence I would say is, who's the song about? Looking for that information.
Lihala. My teacher.
I feel like I've met her.
And friend.
Maybe not here, though.
Sorry. Damn it.
Though meet her could have meant read her grave or something. I don't know what to say here. Let's go with this.
I don't usually. I'm all right. I haven't finished a song since Lihala died.
It's a recognizable
I haven't
name.
played at all, if I'm honest. She was playing her lute. We didn't hear the gnolls coming. There was so much blood. I can still smell it.
Is there a character named Lenora? Maybe. Because that might be what I'm thinking of. This Lenore. Lenore is a name, apparently, so... Proud or this? One of these. Let's go with... Fine tribute.
Thanks. Lihala made me love music. The sound, the feel, the thrill. But when she died, it was gone. Until now, I'd forgotten what it was like. That itch in my fingers to perfect a song. The Weeping Dawn will be my gift to her. Thank you. I needed this.
Well, in my other playthrough, she certainly didn't get it. Because, I mean, she gets to the end, happy.
It hurts! It hurts!
Oh, insulting the music.
Please, make it stop!
Don't you think it's awful?
We'll save you, poor soul.
The critters start a duet of their own,
Yo.
attempting to drown out the bard's music.
That's so
They
good.
look at you expectantly.
Sing along with them. How can we stop this dreadful song? Half-formed verse from Devil's tongue. I don't want to insult the bard, though. That feels insulting to the bard, and I won't do that.
Of course, we are born performers.
Unlike some.
What rude squirrels. Ooh, myconids. That's actually very relevant. I'm stealing her kiwi. There might be a... I like the song.
Wonder what's past this.
And the best thing about these is if I have enough thieves tools, I can just retry. I only have one more though. Oh, yeah, I remember seeing that bear. And I couldn't talk to him. Ooh, when you... Oh, nice. That's actually useful for this character. And it doesn't look great. But a lot of headgear looks really bad, so I always just do this. But I kind of prefer that. Like, the way it changes the hair. I actually really prefer that hair with the hat. Okay, that looks decent. Nice. Positive. This is there and there. Now I need to go down to the bear. After I talk to Volo. I don't want to talk to Volo. One thing of note. Since I can't inspire myself, it's probably better to be a bard and then have him be the face. Because he has high charisma, I have high charisma. But I can't inspire myself.
Yes, I see. And is
But
that her with 2 R's or what?
let's talk to boss.
Just a moment. This man is recording my story. I am far
Oh, I'm far from home.
home.
As the colourful man starts scribbling, the bear sneaks a quick look at the page. His brow furrows. Incomprehensible squiggles surround a crude sketch. A bear disemboweling a clutch of tieflings.
He's such a... Like, he's so... There's no respect for him.
The druids can understand me. You can. Why can't the man with the pen?
Can I insult him?
I traveled a long
The fact this is a bear, not a druid, is really good.
Nods thoughtfully and adds another dismembered limb to his sketch.
Volo's just... He's all about the theatrics. The hat kind of ruins the cutscene
If
though.
I was less educated, I presume to ask what you're doing on the Sword Coast. You're hardly my first, my friend. With a curious mind and a good pair of walking shoes, one makes many an acquaintance. Though at present, my curiosity lies elsewhere than the vagaries of the children of Gith. You were at the gates just now, no? When the goblins came? You saw them up close? A few questions, if you please. There's no overstating my interest.
I think my character would actually be like fine.
Glory. Now then,
Sharing information.
how would you describe that particular batch of goblins? Size, nature, distinguishing qualities?
You search your mind, successfully recalling various details of goblin behavior.
Oh, I kind of want to do this. It doesn't really fit my character. They're all about the info, but also I don't care about giving Volo an accurate story because he doesn't care if I give him an accurate story.
Ye gods! Can it be? How terribly compelling. And the dragon they had marching in the rear, was it of the brass or silver variety?
Why would they say brass or silver? Why not red? Insulting him's pretty good. I'm gonna insult him. I'm gonna call him Gauche.
Witness declined
Oh.
to comment.
Come on, think of something more clever.
Of dragon.
At least put like
Last question.
a beholder.
Quite free. Did the attackers rally to the absolute when they fell
Those
upon the gates?
muscles. Quite so.
They did, didn't they? Oh,
I don't think this
curious.
interaction matters.
Curious indeed. I've interrogated one, a captive in this very
She's dead.
camp. She reports they've abandoned their god Maglamiet in favor of someone called the Absolute. The scandal!
Cleric of Ogma. It's nice to know this. There's like Lord of Knowledge, which is what I want the character to play. Which, I guess, stamp out falsehoods. Lying to Volo doesn't really fit, but...
Oh, I'd imagine him quite displeased. Since their change in allegiance, these goblins are informed by a kind of strategy anathema to their kind. I, for one, intend to get to the bottom of it. I'm just preparing to head to their camp as we speak, in fact. If you'll excuse me, I ought not to dawdle.
Why the dragon? No. No, I don't really like him. I'm fine with leaving. I'm fine. He goes anyway, it doesn't matter. Okay. On that note, I'll go talk to this bear. Actually, you know what? If I can go to the bear along the side here, then I will. Actually, no, I want to go down here. I'll go here, and then I'll stop after this bear. And then continue with the relevant people to talk to in this area after. It is an actual bear. I think it's an actual bear.
He didn't come back, did he? His smell is gone. He's gone.
This is... I think this is what I'd say.
Then leave.
Oh, boring. I want to know who it was.
Still nothing.
Oh, that's boring. I'm gonna reload if I just saved right before there, because I want to know if they... Because I don't think it's important, and I want more information. But after that, I will save and quit for today, and I will talk to the the druids of the grove after.
He didn't come back, did he?
The smell's gone. Who are you looking for?
He left with the weaponed
Oh.
two legs. He said he'd be back.
Halsin.
But I can smell them, the weaponed ones, and I cannot smell him. He's not coming back.
Don't worry, he'll be back.
The woods have gone dark. There's too many predators lately, even for Master.
See, that's actually interesting. And it's exactly nothing new or informative, at least to me. And without context, you wouldn't really know what he meant. Oh, Topaz. Topaz, the blue jay. Yeah, I'll talk to this, talk to the bird, talk to the people out here, and then go to where I need to go after. Next time. Next time on the now... What is it? Cowboy. Character is now a cowboy. Cowboy druid. Pretty fun. Okay. Back next time, continuing the exploration of the grove, which will be fairly in-depth. I'm gonna try to not miss a quest that I totally missed last time on my own time, and I'll be back. Bye-bye.